Alright, what's up YouTube? So this is my 3-year-old, technically 2017 model year, Sportsman 570. Got it in 2016 though. So far, after I've had my issues fixed by Polaris, it's been a really good quad. Both of them. Everything that I had problems with was fixed under warranty by Polaris, and since then, it's worked flawlessly. Except for the one exception, the only problem I've had since then is replacing voltage regulator. It's a well-known issue. I fixed it with the new updated part number, which is supposed to be better, last longer. So ever since my last video, all my issues were fixed by Polaris. Belt box, axles, it really has been a lot better since then. So getting, I guess, forward in the review, I would say, let's start with the engine. The Polaris ProStar 570 engine, I think, is really good engine if you want down low torque, you want mid-range power. It's got excellent low-end power, excellent mid-range power, but once you start getting to the top end, it just dies off because it's a single and not a V-twin like the Can-Am, but they have their trade-offs. The Can-Am doesn't have as much power down low. Also, I really like how low the low gear is on this. It is very low. I'm not sure exactly what the ratio is. I'm pretty sure it's the lowest in the class. So I feel like I could turn 30-inch tires no problem because of how much torque it really has in low. CVT that Polaris uses, I think, it's really smooth. It stays pretty cool. It doesn't really ever feel to get really hot if you know when to use low gear and high gear. The only thing is, it's very smooth. It's designed to be very smooth. But if you want something more sporty and harsher engaging, you definitely would go for a clutch kit. For me, I still have the complete stock clutching, and it works fine for me. The seat is really grippy. It's not leather and slippery. It's really soft and plush. It's really comfy. I don't have a problem riding this for 3 or 4 hours. So that's definitely a really nice thing to have. A nice comfy seat. The Polaris all-wheel drive system works really well. In 2x4, it'll only engage the rear wheels, and once you put it in all-wheel drive, the rear wheels are only engaged until they slip, and then the Hillard clutch up front engages the front wheels. It does it really quick, flawlessly. There's no clunk or anything. It just engages. You don't even notice it. That works really well. The only thing is, when it is engaged, and once four-wheel drive is engaged, I wish I had power steering at that point, because this is 800 pounds, and when all four wheels are turning, it would be nice to have the power steering. But other than that, 99% of the time, you don't need power steering. I'm happy I didn't get it. It's unneeded expense, in my opinion. Some people like it, especially, I guess, if you got bad shoulders or bad back. It would definitely be nice, but other than that, it works great, at least for me. I have a bison hunting bumper on mine. This has been on there for about the same time I've had the quad. It has taken some nice hits from bushes and sticks and whatnot in the woods, and it really holds up well. Yep. And I put these worn, I guess, axle boot protectors, you could call them, on because my plastic ones broke they cracked. One of them cracked in the cold, And I just decided to upgrade to these metal ones so I don't have to deal with that ever again. Most people will never have those crack, but I plow driveways with this, and to get to some of those driveways you gotta cross, I don't know, water that's about like this high, and sometimes there's ice in it and it can whack the guards. Suspension on this thing is excellent. It really works well for a stock unit. If you just want something that's comfortable, you can ride all day. I have no complaints about the suspension at all. I have my rear suspension at the stiffest setting because to account for the extra weight on the back here, and sometimes I'll pull a trailer. It's nice to have the extra stiffness. I would like the fronts to be a little stiffer or have adjustability for when I'm plowing, because when you pull up the plow, it'll sag quite a bit when the plow's on there. Other than that, it really works well. One thing I do wish is that the headlights, when you put them on high, I wish all three would go on instead of the bottom two on low and the top one on high. And figured out this little trick where if you're willing to spend 30 seconds and get these in between, you get this in between two settings, you can get all three of them to go on. As you can see, all three of them go on when you get the switch in between low and high. I don't have the modifications done. If I just put on low, the two go on. Put it on high, only that one goes on. But that's a little trick that I use. Works perfectly fine. No need to do the modification, at least for me. Fuel efficiency, this engine is really efficient. I could probably get like 60 miles out of a tank easily, even when I'm riding pretty aggressively, like on trails and whatnot. I think that's pretty much about it. I don't have any complaints about this ATV really at all anymore. I mean, fit and finish isn't perfect at all, but mechanically, it's been perfectly fine, and it's been reliable. It's never not started, you know. And that's all I care about. I don't care if fit and finish isn't perfect. As long as it works really well mechanically, perfectly fine with that. I've done basic stuff like brake pads, obviously maintenance stuff. I'm gonna have to do wheel bearings and ball joints eventually. Not right now, not quite bad enough yet where I'm gonna replace them. But yeah, that's about it. That's what I think of it. Thanks for watching.